Hello, hello. It's Monday, May 10th, 2021, and we're doing Fire, Water, Air, and Earth. Thanks for joining me. Why don't we get started? I'm going to start shuffling the cards here. And hopefully, you'll get some good news, or at least some insights into your upcoming week, because that's what tarot is for. It's to give us insight into the world, insight into ourselves, and insight into the people that are around us. Famous magician by the name of Aleister Crowley, of the song was based on him, called Mr. Crowley by Ozzy Osbourne. He once mentioned that every man and woman is a star. So if every man and woman is a star, then that means you must have planets revolving around you. And in some ways, the people and experiences of our lives are those planets, giving us energies, giving us experiences, giving us input into our own development as people. So let's find out what the cards have in store for us. Here we go. Fire, water, air, earth. Fire, water. Okay, let's start with your fire signs: Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You've got the Five of Wands. So Wands has to do with our energies and our passions and our intuition. And let's take a look at this card. We've got a little bit of conflict going on there. There's some younger boys. They've got their wands and they're all kind of fighting. They're kind of sword fighting, and they look like they're having fun. And a good analogy to this card might be to think of tigers or lions who are play fighting in order to learn how to fight for real. So for you, dear fire signs, there might be some kind of energetic conflict coming up or currently happening. And this conflict isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's one in which you can learn a lot, one in which you can practice your skills, one in which you can compare yourself to the competition. Maybe it's at school, or maybe it's at work, or maybe you've got a business that you are trying to compete with. So it's kind of like learning experiences, a little bit of trial by fire, a little bit of a sword tempered by the flames of creation. So get yourself out there, move about, test your mettle, see what kind of energies you're getting back, and make sure that you're testing your own skills against the crowd, and have fun doing it. Don't think of it as a task or something that you've got to do. Look at it as something you get to do. You get to hone your skills. You get to test yourself against others, and have fun with it. For you water signs, we've got Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You've got the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Let's take a look at her upright. There's the Queen of Cups sitting on her throne that's right on the shore of the ocean. And she's gazing rather adoringly at the cup that she has in her hands. The Queen of Cups usually represents people in our lives. These court royal cards do. And this one would be a very nurturing and creative and intuitive person, kind of like the nurturing mother, so to speak. So Yesterday was Mother's Day. Was there any conflict with your mom yesterday or a motherly figure? It might be a good time to maybe smooth over some of those conflicts that you might have had. It doesn't necessarily have to mean your mother. It could mean someone who plays the role of mother in your life. It could be someone who acts in a motherly way, not necessarily towards you, but acts in a nurturing, motherly way. Is there some conflict going on there? If so, as I mentioned, it might be a good idea to try and smooth over some of those things. Um, the Queen of Cups is very sensitive, is very in tune with emotions. Um, it might be a good idea to check in with this person, whoever it is that popped into your mind um, when I was describing this person. It could be the mother, it could be someone else. But it's definitely a card of emotions. There's some kind of emotional rift happening um, at some level, whether it's internally with you or someone outside of you. So get in touch with your emotions. Get in touch with the people who nurture you emotionally, and see what's going on. There might be some topic that needs to be addressed, or there might be some kind of learning that needs to happen. So pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to how you feel around others, and pay attention to how you're making other people feel. Dear water signs. Let's see here. We've got for you air signs, we've got the Three of Swords. Three of Swords. And take a look at that card. The swords are stabbing through the heart. What does that mean? How have your thoughts been? Have your thoughts been sabotaging you? Have your thoughts been cloudy? Have they been? Are you down on yourself? Um, Fear not, air signs, because it can't rain all the time, as they say in one of my favorite movies, The Crow. It can't rain all the time, and it shouldn't rain all the time. And your thoughts and your outlook and your speech shouldn't be raining all the time. Um, get to the heart of the matter. What is it that's causing this? What is it that's kind of affecting your emotions or affecting your outlook on life? And put an end to it. It's time to embrace the positive aspects of you and embrace the even the negative aspects of you and just accept it as part of you. Um, yeah, think positively. That's the card. That's the theme for this card this week. And last but not least, earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You've got the Fool. The Fool. This could be interpreted in two ways this week. It's a card of going for broke and having fun and trusting in the universe, or trusting your instinct and that little doggy there who's trying to warn the fool there that he's about to fall off a cliff. Are you about to fall off a cliff? Um, what's your intuition telling you? What do the people around you say about what you're trying to do? Um, Sometimes it's good to just fall into the embrace of the universe and trust that there's bigger things that are taking care of you. But sometimes it's you can be a little bit too flaky. You don't want to be too flaky. You don't want to be too go for broke. You don't want to um, take an unnecessary risk. So, which one is it for you this week? Does it feel like you should go for broke and take a chance and trust that something greater than you will be taking care of you? Or do you need to get yourself grounded and take a look around and say, oh, shoot, I'm about to fall off a cliff. Time to make some better preparations for the upcoming week. So, sometimes it's good to be the fool, and sometimes it's not good to be the fool. The fool gets to do and say whatever he wants. In the medieval times, the fool was able to speak truth to the king and the courtiers in the court and not get in trouble. The fool was allowed to say whatever he wanted. Um, but of course, the kings are often very, shall we say, moody. So sometimes the fool, even though he was allowed to tell the truth, still got punished. So, which one are you? Are you gonna go for broke, say what you got to say, and do what you got to do, and not worry about the consequences, knowing that everything will turn out okay? Or do you need to, again, listen to your instinct, listen to the little puppy there, the little silent voice that's warning you of danger ahead? Um, yeah, that's it. That's it for this week. Thanks a lot again for joining. If you like what you see, hit like down below, subscribe, and tell your friends, tell your neighbors. And I'll see you again next week. Thanks a lot for joining, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.